weather.
Yes, yes. The weather is very supportive. Hopefully,
Yes.
yeah.
And eagerly waiting for all SMK TT's upper six students,
Inshallah.
the high achievers, the band fives, the band sixes, and the band fours.
Amin, amin,
InsyaAllah.
amin. Ya Rabbi. Just like give them another like 3 or 5 minutes, and then
Yeah.
we will get things going on. Thank you.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to begin, please get ready. I have a few housekeeping notes to make before we begin the program. Cooperation, switch off your mics to avoid interruption. Secondly, if there is any questions that you would like to ask, you can type it in a chat box. The chat box is always open. My friend Surin will gather all the questions at the end of the seminar and he will share the questions for Madam Afika to answer. And finally, students will need to fill in the Google form for the written questions, which will be provided in the chat box later. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Good morning, boys and girls. It's my pleasure to be a moderator for this seminar. I'm Tishan, and on behalf of the committee, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We appreciate all of you for taking some time off to join us on this program, Muet Answer Sheet Technique Seminar. We hope you will learn a lot today. We have lined up for you to be fruitful and engaging. Now, I would like to invite Nasrul Shulaimi to recite the prayer.
فاتحة الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم جمعنا هذا جمعا مباركا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا مباركا معصوما ولا تجعل اللهم فينا ولا معنا شكيا ولا محروما. اللهم اجعلني من الذين ينزلون الكتاب نزلة واحدة يحفظون ما فيه ويفهمون به ويعملون به ويبلغون به. اللهم إني استودعتك ما علمتني فارده إلي عند حاجتي ولا تنسني يا رب العالمين. اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر علينا من خزائن رحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.
Thank you, Nasrul Shulaimi, on the wonderful prayer recitation. A teacher who has been teaching Muet since 1999 till now, and she is also the chief examiner for the Muet writing and listening since 2004 until now, and the regional officer for Muet speaking Johor State since 1999 till 2003. Let's welcome Madam Nur Afika Gostilo Abdullah to share the insight of the Muet answer sheet technique with us.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very pleasant morning. I bid, okay, firstly to our wonderful moderator, come MC, Mr. Tishan, and also our important person for today, Mr. Surinder Madhavan. Without him, I guess we will not be able to go on air like this. Okay, and also to penolong kanan tingkatan 6, SMK Taman Tasik, if she's here, Puan Azlina Taib, Muet teachers, Puan Rohana, Puan Wan Juliana, and also Puan Sally, if she's here, and my long lost friend, Mr. Pasupati, and also beloved students. Okay, it's my pleasure actually to be able to be present here today via an online platform to share with you, okay, what I know and how I teach my students. And today our focus on task 1, paper 4, that is the email or the informal letter. Okay. Before we start, can I get some of you to answer a few questions? Maybe I see some familiar names here. Can I call upon Mr. Afif Jazimin? Afif, can I see your face?
Sorry, my internet very slow.
Oh, okay. Your internet very slow. It's okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention, and also a very big thank you to Puan Rohana. Okay, your Muet teacher as well, and the contact person, because she's the one who actually we discussed and we agreed for me to share with you this session today. All right. Okay, never mind, Afif. Okay, probably can I call upon Smita? Smita, you are here? Oh, I think this a few people whom I've called from Taman Tasik, probably you're a bit shy and it's probably a bit too early in the morning. Okay, never mind. Let's straight away delve so it makes it so you understood, and some of you, I'm sure you have actually written this informal letter. All right, just a reminder, since task 1 2021 paper 4, the question that came up was an email. So I guess the whole nation, we are actually banging on informal letter for session 2 2021. Okay, but you have to just bear in mind and just have that extra little margin in you that What say if email is questioned another time? Okay, so just be on the lookout and revise on your format for email and so forth, right? Don't be actually hoping too much for informal letter, and when email comes out, you go gaga. Okay, so you have to be alert. All right. So I'm going to present the question, which I know all of you have had it already. And please, if you can have your marker pens, okay, and for those of you actually printed out, you highlight these important points. Okay, so all these content points, it should be in your reply letter, okay, to the person who sent this letter to you. It's not you actually, okay, it's Luli and Sharon. All right, hold on. Hi, Mr. Pasu.
Hi, hi, I'm in school now.
Oh, okay, it's gotong royong today.
We are having a gotong at 8.
Okay, we have started ours yesterday.
Oh, yeah, ke? All right. So how's everything? Okay, yeah?
Okay, everything is fine. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, all right. This is the question. Can you all see it clearly? Okay, if there's anything, you may stop me. Okay, midway, right? Don't be scared or don't be shy. All right. Firstly, you know that you have only 25 minutes for this task. And my reminder to all of you, especially good students, okay, the band 5s, the band 6, and the high 4s, this is, I'm referring to Muet band, okay? If it's the C4 level, then it is your band 5 plus, the band 5s, and also the high B2s. Normally, good students, and I know SMK Taman Tasik, all of you are actually brilliant students. Good students normally will tend to write long responses, long reply emails, long informal letters. Please be careful. You've got only 25 minutes and it's only 30 marks for task 1, and task 2, it is more marks. Okay, so do not overshoot this 25 minutes time frame, right? Okay, now the task. Your best friend Luli, she's in charge of planning some activities for her school's National Day celebration. Okay, that is something that you have to highlight. It is the controlling subject for the whole letter. National Day celebration, and that phrase, her schools, it's not the state's National Day celebration, it is not some district National Day celebration, but it is Luli's school's National Day celebration. Okay, that phrase should be in your letter. Without that phrase, the whole thing that you write in your letter, it is actually null and void. Okay, I hope you got it clear, because you can't be talking about something, elaborating about something, giving the dates, giving the suggestion of 2 activities, elaborating on the activities without telling what is it about. It is about your school's National Day celebration, and the your, it's with reference to Luli, who is your best friend. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, the letter has been actually written by Luli on the 3rd of August. And can someone tell me, when you write your reply letter to the sender, what date would you write there? Can I be writing, say, 7th of August as my date in my reply letter to her? Please respond, ladies and gentlemen, or else I'll be doing a monologue throughout. I don't mind, but you are the ones who are going to sit for the exam. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine for me to write 7th of August, 2021. Yes, it's logical, right? The letter would take approximately 3 days to arrive to the receiver. Okay, how about if I write today's date? The exam's date. Okay, your letter is in the question is 3rd of August, and you're sitting for the exam on the 23rd of October 2021, and you write that Saturday's date in your reply letter to her. Would that be okay as well?
No,
Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't see your name because now it is full screen. Can you tell me why you said no?
because the National Day is on 31st August.
Yes, okay, very good, right? So guys and girls, you have to be very alert. In the letter, the person, the sender is asking the receiver for suggestions on activities for her to be carrying out in her school. So you can't be writing something which is beyond the date. Okay, it's already over. So an ideal date would be 7th or 10th of August, okay. Not too late. If you write 31st of August or so, it's like, it's not that appropriate. Even though it's a 1 month long celebration, but by 31st of August, the events would have already been carried out, almost all of them. Okay, all right. So please take note, guys and girls. I have actually highlighted the phrases that you have to respond to. Okay, dear Sharon, how have you been? Okay, that one I did not highlight. Could you please highlight that in your own gadgets, devices, or in your paper that you have printed out? How have you been? You have to reply to that. And how do you reply to that? You cannot just say, okay, dear Luli, I'm great. Can I write like that? Okay, let me tell you. Can or not? Dear Luli, I'm great. Actually, like that, it's okay. You can write like that because you are telling her you're feeling great. But that's the minimum that you can write, and you still will get your marks for that. It's 1 mark, right? But you please don't write, dear Luli, good or fine, full stop. I've seen responses like that. Fine or good for what? What is fine and what is good? Okay, if you write like that, then there's no mark. You at least have to say, dear Luli, I'm great, or I'm fine over here in Ampang. Then that's okay. So the second thing that you have to highlight, you have to respond to, it is that phrase, coping well, and it is you, okay? And your studies in lower 6. Not only your studies, but you have to mention in lower 6. And I've got some of my students who just wrote, I'm coping very well with my studies here in school. So you will not get your 1 mark for your studies in lower 6 because the word lower 6 is missing. Okay, can I say, I am feeling so down and I am not doing well with my studies in lower 6. Will that be fine?
Can.
Yes, yes, very good, can. Because in the notes on your right hand margin, it is not specified that you have to say, yes, I'm doing well, or no, I'm not coping well. Okay, if it's not stated, then you can either answer in the negative or in the positive. But if in the notes it is given, yes, you are coping well, you have to follow, right? You can't change that paradigm that has been set by the question. Right. Okay, next you have to highlight my school. And then the next one, holding a virtual National Day celebration. The word virtual is very important. It is not a face-to-face celebration, but it's something which is online. So the word virtual is important. If you leave out the word virtual accidentally, there is no mark for that. You do not get your 1 mark, right? And finally, the word this year, it is important as well. It is very important. Okay? All right. Next paragraph. After this, I'm going through a PowerPoint presentation, then you will see it clearer. All right. Next paragraph, please take note and highlight a month-long celebration. And also, I am in charge of planning a few online activities. And also, the activities are open to all students. The word all students, it is mandatory that you have it in your reply letter to the sender. Okay, and look at the notes. Okay, I forgot to mention just now, the word wonderful paragraph 1 and also paragraph 2 of this letter that you are going to write. Okay, let me ask you. Wonderful it's responding to what? Is it about how you're feeling? Is it about your studies in lower 6? Or is it about your friends who is holding a virtual National Day celebration this year? Yes, okay, very, very good, excellent. That wonderful, actually, it is with National Day. It's not really given in the notes. Wonderful for what? But you have to make sure that the word wonderful, it's present in your body of the letter. It should be there. If it's not there, that means you're actually not responding to all the requirement of the task. Okay, please remember, an excellent or a good student should be able to respond to all the needs of the task, all the requirements of the task. And in this case, in this letter, responding to the word wonderful, I mean using the word wonderful and using the notes which is good and because of what, it should be in your letter. Okay, all right. The third paragraph, you have to highlight, suggest a few more, and it should be fun and reflect our love for Malaysia. Okay, when the question sets, what you call it, when the question states, suggest a few more, a few. What does a few mean? 1, 2, 5, 4? How many activities? She said, I've one or two. Yes, more than one. Good. And what's the maximum?
3.
Okay. All right. A response which I would advise you to not go beyond 2. Okay, good for answering 3, because then you will know that if you answer 3, the thing that is binding you now here to the getting good marks, it is your 25 minutes. If you think you are a fast writer and you can think fast and your 3 activities, they all reflect a love for Malaysia and the activities are fun, then go ahead, okay? But if you feel that by writing 3, you have to think and you will take, because you have got other aspects to write also in this letter, then I would advise all of you to stick to only 2. Okay, just like your friend said just now, a few means more than 1. And in our task 1 here, because of our time limit, which is 25 minutes, I would advise you to write only 2. Okay? All right. Thank you for responding, the girl just now. And the 4th paragraph, how about your school's National Day celebration? Okay, so that your school National Day celebration must be highlighted. It has to be, you have to tackle that in your answer. It has to be replied to. And also, do tell me. Tell me about what? How much must you tell her? Anyone? Okay, never mind. All right, now let me go through another thing. Okay, any questions so far from you guys and girls about what I've actually advised you to highlight in your question paper? No, huh?
No, nothing. It's clear.
All right, good. Okay. Okay, so look down there, everyone. Use all the notes given and write a reply of at least 100 words. Okay, what's the maximum? Let me answer that. If you write like 500 words, it is not wrong, but still, yet again, like I told you earlier on, you've got only 25 minutes. Okay, so I would advise you to write something like maybe 200 or 250. If you reply, actually, if you give the least 100 words, will that be fine? You managed to put everything in, all the points highlighted, it is in your letter, and when you counted it, but please be careful, guys, you do not have to count. Okay, don't waste your time in counting in the exam, okay? You can actually gauge your writing because you used to write every day, and one foolscap paper, you know the length of your writing piece, okay? You don't have to count. Okay, my question is now, what say if you actually give the person who is reading your answer the bare minimum, you give the least, you only write 100 words or maybe 110 words. Will you be penalized? Will marks be minused? Okay, they will not deduct the marks. Right, good. That is the correct answer. But then what will happen to your grade? What was your total marks for task 1? Yes, definitely a bit lower because it goes without saying, it's logical that when you write only 100 words, you did not actually elaborate on many things. Okay, elaboration of content points, it is not there, and you just give the minimum. Okay, let me give you one analogy. Okay, for example, you go to a restaurant and you order rice. Okay, you take a fried fish, one veggie, and sky juice. Okay, that is when you write just 100 words. Compared to Puan Rohana, she goes to the same restaurant, okay, she takes biryani rice, okay, and she takes fish fried with some special masala ingredients, okay, masala spices, and she takes mixed vegetables with prawns in it, and she orders mango lassi, and finally she orders a dessert, okay, some fruit pudding. And Puan Rohana goes beyond 100 words, and that her marks will be probably a very high marks. You see the analogy, the comparison? Okay, all right, so now let's go to this PowerPoint presentation. All right, I'm going through this quite fast because after this, we are going through the letter in precise. Okay, task 1, I've mentioned 25 minutes. Read instructions clearly, use all the notes given, and at least 100 words. Okay, at least. Okay, you must know that that is at least, because for some very, very weak students, okay, who actually can't really think much, that 100 words will not make them scared. They know that they can actually produce a 100 words, a long reply letter. So it's fine. But for you SMK Taman Tasik brilliant students, I know that that instruction, it is just there for you to note, but you will go beyond that. A maximum of maybe 220 or 250, but not till 500 or 600, okay? Because you won't have time for question 2. Okay, the notes outside the box must be used in the form given. For example, wonderful and good. Please do not change the word wonderful. I'm afraid that sometimes when you change the word wonderful, if you write fantastic, it is fine. But sometimes a student might write something else and the meaning is not really wonderful and the meaning has gone out of context. So you will, the impression of the person who is marking your letter would be that you do not really understand what's the meaning of wonderful. Okay, say you have a good word that you want to highlight in the exam. I would advise you to use the word wonderful first. Then after that, immediately you put your low frequency word that you want to highlight. You want to show to the teacher who's reading your letter that, hey teacher, look, I have this good word which I want to highlight because I want better marks for my language. Go ahead. You can do that, but make sure you put the word wonderful there first, okay? And same goes for good. All right. Okay, next. All right, this one is a little bit of a repetition. Okay, now we have got some Q&A questions here, some question and answers which I, on true and false, which I need you to reply. Who is the recipient of this letter? Letter written by whom and who is the receiver? Yes, anyone? Miss Aina Marzia, who is the recipient of this letter? Sharon. Yes, good. Because the letter is written by Luli, her best friend, is written to Sharon. So Sharon is the recipient, so that's very important. Number 2, the contents of the reply letter should consist of responses to the notes given only, the notes in your right-hand margin. Is that true or false? Yes, it's true. Of the word only, that makes the answer false actually, but very good effort in trying to answer. It's a very good spirit. You try to answer, even though your answer is wrong, it's fine, no problem. No one is going to tell you, don't try anymore. Okay, good. So the contents of the reply letter, it should consist of responses to the notes given only. Notes here, it is wonderful, good, suggest two activities and describe. Only that means that you do not elaborate on anything else. Can you tell her actually that your puppy has been in the vet for 2 weeks because he had some terminal diseases, but now he has recovered? Can you tell your friend that in your reply letter? It is not in the notes. Is it wrong to do so? Okay, no answer, never mind. So you can actually include some other things which are not in the notes but not too long, okay? Because those elaboration probably in the beginning of your letter, you can tell, how have you been? Okay, I'm doing fine here, but I have a sad news to tell you. My puppy, okay, Sumita, she has been in the vet for the past 2 weeks and I'm worried about her condition. That is elaboration when you're in response to how have you been. You're telling her about yourself and you are telling her that you're feeling a bit down because your puppy is unwell. That is okay. That's totally fine, but not too long. Okay? So answer for number 2, it is in between. It's actually false. But if you were to just answer on that, how have you been? You don't want to tell about anything else, it's fine. Okay. Number 3, the contents of the reply letter should consist of points in the letter itself and the notes given. Is that true? Points in the letter, the ones that I told you to highlight just now.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, very good. That's true. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry about the numbering. Let's go to the next number. What does wonderful refer to? Okay, I guess that question has been answered just now. Your friend said that wonderful refers to the virtual National Day celebration this year. Okay. And next number, what does good refer to? Okay, good. What does it refer to? I presume all of you are having the question in front of you. It's going to be a month-long celebration. I am in charge of planning a few online activities that are open to all students. And in your right-hand margin in the notes, there is the word good because. So what does good refer to? Yes, that could be it. If you say that it is good to hear that you are in charge of planning a few online activities, because I know since our primary school days you are a very good event planner, that is also fine. Okay, so if the notes does not actually specify for which phrase you must respond to, you can use your intuition, okay, use your logics like what you said just now. It is about a month-long celebration because then they would have time to plan for more activities. That's fine. And also if you say good, it's for another element in that same paragraph, it's also fine. Okay, as long as the word good is actually present in your letter, it has to be there. Okay, all right, next number. What criteria must the activities have? It is on the 3rd paragraph in the letter. What's the criteria?
Must reflect our love of for Malaysia and must be fun.
Yes, okay, very good, thank you. Those 2 criteria must be actually reflected in the activities that you say, okay? And the word fun and love for Malaysia should be in the letter. All right, and finally, okay, we have actually answered this just now. Okay, the date, it couldn't be on the 30th of August because it's illogical. The celebrations are almost 3/4 done. Okay, a good one would be like 5 or 4 days after you receive that letter, after the 3rd of August. Okay, all right, going on next. Okay, now we are coming to writing the letter. For those of you who have actually written, you can actually see now and take your red pen and you can actually try to indicate, okay? These are the content marks that I would award, okay, if I mark my student's letter. Firstly, before you actually start off with the salutation, okay, you must have the sender's address. That is 1 mark. Okay, you can put even your own address. Make sure the postcode is there and it's 1 mark. And the date, it is 1 mark. And after that, your salutation, your dear Luli. Okay, because you're responding to Luli. Please be very careful, ladies and gentlemen. In the exam on the 23rd, be careful and read your question properly. If it's an email or an informal letter, look at who you are writing it to. Don't write the wrong person, okay? Because if you write it that way, you are not responding to the task. And a good student, what I mean by good here, it is like if the former Muet, it is a band 4, band 5, band 6, a good student will not be making that mistake. It is actually a silly mistake. If you do not actually check who is the receiver, who are you writing to, be careful, okay? So far you've got 3 marks. Okay, all in all for this letter, for my content points, I have got 20 marks. Okay, now let's go into the first paragraph. Dear Luli, I'm doing fine here in Ampang. Okay, that first sentence, it is in response to the first sentence of the letter that Luli sent you. How have you been? Okay, you're responding, I'm doing fine in Ampang. Okay, I am elated to inform you that I'm coping well with my studies in lower 6. Okay, I put that word in bracket because it is a good word. If you do not use that word, you can say that I am happy to tell you that I'm coping well with my studies in lower 6. Then the impression for language comes in now. Okay, for language marks that I award my students, okay, normally if you want to get good language marks, okay, if you refer to the books in the market and also the test specifications and curriculum specifications that your Muet teachers have given you, a good mark for language would be also reflected in your choice of vocabulary. Please include some interesting and nice words, some low frequency words and some good phrases in your letter. Instead of saying, I'm happy to inform you, you can use, I'm elated to inform you. Elated means very happy as well. Okay, so if you are going for that band 5, okay, band 5 plus for C4 level, you should actually work on some interesting vocabulary now and put it in your small notebook and revise it, okay, for the 23rd, right? Then it's wonderful to know that your school is planning to hold a National Day celebration this year. Okay, that is just the minimum that is required by the question. So if you want more marks for your content, please elaborate on that, okay? It is wonderful to know that your school is planning to hold a National Day celebration this year. Okay, what is missing there? The last sentence. For the last sentence, you will not get your mark there for National Day celebration. Why? Can anyone tell me?
No ritual.
Yes, very good. So you are very alert. It is very good. Okay, so be careful, ladies and gentlemen. The keywords in the question, okay, in the original letter or email in task 1, it is very important that you take note of all the keywords. Okay, so now let me show you. It's 5 marks for task. Firstly, I'm doing fine here in Ampang. All right, that is 1 mark for that. Okay, I'm not highlighting. Is it fine for you all? Or you want me to highlight? Because I am actually not so good. Well, I'm an old timer. I shouldn't be using that as an excuse, right? I'm afraid that I might just go out from this frame and that's it. Okay, never mind. That is the first phrase. It's not okay. Okay. All right. That is your 1 mark there for responding to how are you doing. Okay, your second mark comes here. Right, this is the second mark for content. Okay, the third mark, you have to mention your school. It is Luli school. You can't say anybody else's school, but it is your friend's school. Doing what? Planning to hold a National Day celebration. And I have to insert the word virtual. Okay, without virtual, you won't get the mark. Bear with me, Okay, the word virtual must be there, so you get 1 mark for that phrase. And when is this? It is this year. So that's 1 more mark for that. So please check, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, do your cross check. 5 marks for that first paragraph. I'm doing fine, 1 mark. I'm coping well with my studies in lower 6, 1 mark. Your school, 1 mark. Hold a virtual National Day celebration, 1 mark. And this year, 1 mark. Are you okay with that? Everyone got it?
Yes.
Okay. Don't worry if you didn't get it. I will share this with Puan Rohana after this and you can have this PowerPoint with you. Okay, and please remember guys, you have to elaborate. Please elaborate like I told you just now, because if you do not elaborate, okay, let me ask you one question. What say if a student writes all the content points that is needed, okay, in her reply letter, and she uses all the notes in the margin, but no elaboration at all? Totally no elaboration, like this paragraph. And paragraph 2 also the same. She writes everything that is needed. All the 20 content points are there, but no elaboration. Can you tell me what you think? Over 30 marks, okay, sorry, over 30 marks for content. What will the person get? Okay, almost there. Good try. Yes, you are partially right, but you are a bit too strict. Never mind, that shows that your teachers have taught you well. Your teachers have told you, you must elaborate. You must elaborate. If you don't elaborate, you will get very low marks. And indeed, you have given me actually a bracket which is quite low, 10 to 15. Not bad. Okay, I will give my students a maximum of 20 marks only over 30 if all the content points are there, all the notes are given, but zero elaboration. Maximum I will give is 20 marks. She or he loses 10 marks for content. For language is a different thing. Okay? So please take note, ladies and gentlemen, do elaborate. It is mandatory that you elaborate because I know all of you, you want your band 5, a CIFR level, you want your 5+, and you want your high B2 level for CIFR. Okay? Do elaborate, but don't overshoot. Don't go and elaborate paragraph 1, 200 words. Paragraph 2, you write and the whole thing comes to 500 words, 600 words. That's not okay because you're going to overshoot a 25 minutes time frame. Okay? All right, let's go now to paragraph 2. Right? Now, it's going to be a month-long celebration, the first sentence. So you have to actually also write something about that. It's good to be having a month-long celebration because that would allow for more activities to be taking place. Okay, just like your friend mentioned just now. When I asked why is it good? Because he said that it would allow the organizers and the teachers and the students to plan and to carry out more activities. Okay, so now the word good here, it is being used. Okay, you have to use the word good. This the notes. All right. Month-long celebration. Okay, this one must be in your reply letter. If it's not there, you wouldn't get 1 mark for that. And the reason? Okay, the reason for that? Because that would allow for more activities to be taking place. Okay, so you have to give a reason, right? Because in the margin, the word because is there, right? Okay, so now you have got 2 marks. Okay, please take note, ladies and gentlemen, by writing good, it is just to give the impression to the person who is marking your letter that you have actually responded to what the task wants. Okay, whether it is given 1 mark or not, it does not matter, but you must know that it is mandatory that you use the word good must be there. Okay, now, you have always been a very efficient event planner since our lower secondary school days, Luli, making you in charge of planning a few online activities. Okay, this one should be there, which are open to all students. This one should be in your response as well. Is the right decision made by your teachers? Okay, so let's check. Do we have our 4 marks? A month-long celebration, 1 mark. Would allow for more activities to be taking place, 1 mark. Making you, okay, you, it is you, it's your friend, it's not someone else, okay, it's her. If you do not write her but you write someone else, then you will not get that mark, okay. You planning a few online activities, 1 mark, and these are open to all students, 1 mark. So you get your 4 marks. Okay, for this second paragraph, if you note, there are a little bit of elaboration here. Okay, the blue ones. Okay, this is an elaboration. Okay, that is elaboration. And this one is also elaboration or development. Okay, this is development. You actually develop something there. So you should make a habit to do that. Okay, but still I'm repeating myself, not too long, not too long, not 600, 700 words as a letter. Okay, any questions for this second paragraph? Anyone? Please feel free to ask, ladies and gentlemen, don't be shy. Okay, good, good. Thank God for that. All right. All right, now let's go to the third paragraph. I have 1 or 2 activities in mind. Perhaps you can suggest a few more. Okay? The activities must be fun and reflect our love for Malaysia. Okay, so now you are telling her in your third paragraph of your letter, it's my pleasure to suggest some activities that are fun and reflect our love for Malaysia. Okay, I would advise you to actually write this down first, because sometimes when students, when they write the activities, they suddenly forgot to tell in the letter or in the email that these activities are fun. Okay, they forgot to tell that. So you write it initially, then later on if you tell that this activity is fun and would promote patriotism among students, then it is double. Okay, don't worry, no marks will be minus if you repeat the point. All right, so I would advise you to write that first. I'm suggesting some activities that are fun and reflect our love for Malaysia. And what are they? So you're using a linker, which is actually not so necessary, but since there are 2 now, so you're saying firstly, I would suggest an online poster designing competition. Okay, so that is 1 mark, but the teacher, I will not give my student 1 mark yet. If I now have to look out, poster designing competition, designing a poster on what? I could actually be designing a poster on my favorite shoe or my favorite book, and I design a poster on that. Does that reflect my love for Malaysia? No. Okay, so that activity I will not get 2 marks. 1 mark for love for Malaysia and 1 more mark for fun. Okay, but here you told the theme is I love Malaysia. All right, so this one already shows that you know that this activity must be showing the students' love for Malaysia. So you get 1 mark there, and no fun mention. I would to suggest some activities that are fun and reflect love for Malaysia. So that fun there is actually covering the 2 activities that you're going to see. So you get 2 marks for that. Okay, first activity, fun, and first activity, love for Malaysia, 2 marks. And next activity, you want to just suggest a singing competition, right? This is your second activity, and where students can perform solo or in groups. Okay, this one, it is a development for the singing competition. You're developing that idea, okay, that point. The songs should be patriotic. Okay, this is a good word, and this shows love for Malaysia. And you are telling it, these 2 activities are enjoyable and fun. Okay, you see, ladies and gentlemen, you repeat this 1 more more time. It doesn't matter. No one is going to minus any mark from you. I do not minus marks from my student if they say it twice. These activities are fun. It's okay, right? You're just trying to be safe and help instill the spirit of patriotism in all students. Okay, this is also repeated love for Malaysia. So you are actually double confirming that you know that activities must be fun and must reflect love for our country. Okay, so all your 4 marks you are going to get here. Have I made myself clear? Okay,
Yes.
all right, good. Right, now let's go to the next paragraph. Okay, the next paragraph is coming almost to the end. How about your school's National Day celebration? Please tell me. Okay, please tell me how much to tell. Okay, like I told you earlier on just now, should be more than 1, but if possible, don't go beyond 3 or beyond 4. Then you will not have time. Okay, so this year, of course, it's referring to this year. My school's National Day celebration is also going to be done virtually. So you're telling your friend that your school's National Day celebration is also going to be done virtually. 1 mark for that. And then now you're telling her more. The teachers and students have planned many interesting activities such as poem recital competition, a virtual Merdeka run stint, and etc. Okay, this is 1 more mark. So the closure, you get 2 more marks for that last paragraph of the letter. Okay, can you all do your check? How many marks so far we have? Do you have 18 marks altogether? If you have, then you are on the right track. Okay, huh? All right, so now let's go to your last 2 marks. You're going to close the letter. She said, thank you and I hope you will reply soon. Okay, please read the final line in the letter on the 23rd in detail. Okay, sometimes she might probably be asking you something in that last sentence. So you must respond to that, okay? But in this question, no questions asked. She said thank you and hope you will reply soon. Okay, so it's okay. So you don't have to say you're welcome. Please do not respond to that thank you and you say you're welcome. It is not necessary, all right? You close your letter. That's all from me. I hope my suggested activities will be of great help to you. Till we meet again, do take care and goodbye. Okay, that is 1 mark for that last sentence there. Okay, and love Sharon, 1 more mark here. So that's your 2 marks for the closure of the letter. And all in all, you have achieved your 20 marks. Okay, for this letter which I've actually written for you here, out of the full content marks, for example, okay, how would you give the marks for content for this letter, the sample today? Do you think it is going to get 30 over 30 for content? Okay, let's see again our development of points, okay, for all the paragraphs. Let's refresh. This is the first paragraph. Let's see our development or our elaboration. Do you think it's enough? The ones in red are all the content marks. And I do not have any blue, what do you call it, blue words, blue printed phrases here. Meaning that for my first paragraph, there is little development, little elaboration. You see? Do you all follow me? Okay, so to be giving this model answer today, a 30, which is a full marks for content, that would be too generous. Okay, because paragraph 1, almost no development of content points. All right, now let's look at paragraph 2. Okay, here we see some development coming in, the ones in blue. All right. Do you think that's enough? How much to write in the exam? Teacher, how much to write? I want 30 marks over 30 marks for my task. How much must I write? Can anyone tell? One or two sentences for each what you call it, for each content mark, for each content point. Okay, all right. That's a modest answer, and that is actually accurate. One or two. Let's go for two. But you have to practice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please practice when the school reopens on Monday, because it's going to be revision for Muet. Your teachers will be giving you questions like this. Please practice within the stipulated time, within 25 minutes. Try to write two. That means you elaborate, you develop a month-long celebration, you write two sentences, okay, would allow for more activities to be taking place, also two. And then you telling your friends here, your friend here, that she's in charge of planning a few online activities, open to all students. Okay, you can say that's great. This open from 1 students until the upper 6 students, and I feel that it is very good. And you write because of what? So you write 2 sentences for that. Then that will make it more compact. Okay, to ensure that you actually get your 30 marks for a task. All right, next paragraph. Okay, here we have got very little development. You see the one in blue, the development is only for the singing competition, where you're suggesting to your friend that the students can perform either solo or in group. Okay, and then the other activity, little bit development, no development at all. So here also, you should actually try to elaborate, develop more. Okay, two or one sentence. Okay, on for each activity, and probably develop why you feel it is fun. When you actually perform a group presentation for a singing competition, why is it fun? It's not mentioned here, right? You see, it's not developed, but you get your marks. You get your marks for the content. You get 4 marks. But development there, overall, when the teacher wants to give you your marks over 30, she might hesitate because little development. And this last paragraph here, this one also, everything is in red. Okay, meaning that that is what is required from the original letter sent by Luli, but no development here. Merdeka Run stint. How many kilometers is this Merdeka Run? And it is done actually virtually. Can you explain to the reader of the letter how do you actually make a running competition virtual? Do you actually run in front of your house, or you actually do just a run? What type of run is that? Some people may not be able to imagine what is this. So, and how about the poem recital competition? Is it a solo poem recital competition, or probably a group, or by classes? Develop a little bit. Okay, develop a little bit here, because I'm giving you here without any development, right? Because now we are doing some hands-on. Okay, let's see. Okay, and this is the closure. Right. Okay, let's do some hands-on. I'm going to stop presenting. Hold on. How do I give you this actually? Okay, never mind. Okay, let's look at this first paragraph. Can I get you all to actually present, okay, or show to all of us what you have done? Maybe 1 or 2 of you, and we can actually dissect your first paragraph together and see, especially for development and also your 5 marks. Is it there? Okay, can we do our first paragraph first now? So I need to stop presenting, right, Surinder, in order for someone else to present his or her work. All right, hold on. Okay. So can we see one or two answers that you all have actually written? If you have not, I think we've got time. You can present your answers now for the first paragraph of the letter. And we are actually focusing on development of the main points. Or if you do not want to present, you can probably read out your answers slowly and we shall listen together. Anyone? Or maybe Puan Rohana or Mr. Pasu could identify one or two students to read their answer for paragraph 1.
Anyone? Anyone please? If I'm ready with your answers, you can just share. Fasika,
Yeah.
do you want me to open do you want to open the Jamboard or what?
I think it's okay. I do not know how to use that actually, Anna.
I mean like maybe Suren can open the Jamboard because he's the host, and then also like how's the students going to
Oh, okay. If I don't have to do anything to the Jamboard, it's fine now. I can see the responses there, right? Okay.
Don't worry, we have the IT technicians here. Also, or they can
Okay.
even type in the call in the messages, right?
Yeah, they can type in the
Suren has
message.
already tried to message, or if you need to open a Jamboard whatever.
Okay. Can I click on that as well, Surrender? I will not go out for. Oh, okay. All right. So I won't click lah, Suren. I won't click on that because you'll be sharing the screen, right? Okay. Thank you. That's of Surrender. Okay.
If you click out, you can join writing and jotting, and you have your own like
Stylus pen.
slide.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So you have to make it public then.
Mm. But I don't see any answers yet on the board.
Alright, okay. Okay, you already adjust the setting. Okay. Okay, Pamela, try to rejoin, Pamela.
You can, ma'am. Can.
Can ready, Pam?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay, any 45 of you who would like to share your answers? Yeah, it's still downloading, yes. Mine is also downloading. Or if you would like, yeah, if you would like to speak, that would be like quicker.
Yeah, for the students, right? If they like to speak. Okay, Kelly has a question. Kelly Wong.
Yes,
Teacher,
Kelly.
can I try?
Kelly, you would
Yeah,
like to say
good morning, teacher.
something?
Teacher, can I try for paragraph?
Yeah, sure, Kelly, sure. Please do.
Okay. Okay, my starting is Dear Sharon. Dear Sharon, sorry. Dear Luli, receiving your letter light up my day. I am fine here in Ampang. I'm coping better in my studies in lower 6. Allow me to share one of my best results to you. I got 3 A's and 1 B in my first semester. You do know how hard am I to strive for this goal. Wow, that's a wonderful news to know that your school is planning to hold a virtual National Day celebration this year. Okay, that's it.
Okay, all right, Kelly. Very, very good. Very good effort seen here by you. All right, Kelly just now used a good phrase. Light up my day, she said. Okay, receiving a letter from you really light up my day. Okay, that's good. In response to how have you been, right? And then you also had this. You shared one of your best results with your friend, and you told you got how many A's, okay, how many B's, and then you do know how hard it is, right, to study in Form 6. Okay, those are all development of the content points. Okay, that's good, Kelly. Okay, it should be done that way, right? And then for the last content point there, inform you that my school will be holding a virtual National Day celebration this year. Maybe that could also be elaborated a little bit. Yeah, that one also could be elaborated. Probably Kelly. How would you elaborate on that, Kelly, or anyone else? Probably you can say, okay, the principal has chosen a few committee members from your class, okay, the upper 6 name your class, to be organizing that whole virtual National Day celebration, okay, from the commentators to people like Surinder and all, you name your posts, okay, a comma, and what. So your class has been chosen by the school, by the principal, or by the senior assistant of the Form 6 department, okay, to actually run this whole virtual online National Day celebration. Sorry, what is it? Oh, I'm so sorry. You see, I've gone off tangent. You know what is my mistake there? It is unintentional, but you see, I did this mistake. It may happen to you in the exam. Could anyone tell me what was my mistake there just now? If you're following what I said, it is a gross error, a big mistake. Anyone? I see Rashwini there. Rashwini, I think I know you. You came to Pandan Mewah, then you went to Tasik. Rashwini, what's the mistake that I said there just now? I made a mistake when I actually commented. I wanted to develop the point on holding a virtual National Day celebration, and I said, okay, the principal has chosen my class, the Upper 6 Science 2 or Science 1, to be in charge of running this whole virtual National Day celebration. What is wrong with that? Rashwini? Oh, Surinder, can you detect what error did I make? It is a big sin actually, which I did. Okay, I shall repeat, because just now Kelly gave very good, development of her content points from how have you been until she's so excited on the lower 6. Okay, she elaborated until there. So I was commenting the last point, which is holding a virtual National Day celebration this year, wasn't elaborated. So I elaborated for you all, for Kelly, and this is what I said. Okay, and there is a very big mistake in what I said, and I want you to detect why what I'm going to say is wrong. Okay. Okay, I am actually very delighted to tell you that the whole school, okay, the principal has actually chosen my class, the Upper 6 Science 1, to host this whole virtual National Day celebration. Okay, we have elected our committee members, the MCs, okay, the person in charge of the links, the photographers, and also all other portfolios from students from Upper 6 Science 1, and that is actually great. I'm glad to tell you that. Okay, what is wrong, Surinder? The class Upper 6 Science 1, that is wrong. Yes, okay, very good, Surinder. You are alert, all right? It is not telling Luli that for you. I'm actually telling just now for myself. Okay, my school principal has elected my class, the Form 6 Science 1, to host this whole event, and that is wrong, okay? Because Luli is asking Sharon for Sharon's opinion on this, and Luli is telling her that her school is holding a virtual National Day celebration. So what I said just now was wrong. Okay, so please guys, in the exam on the 23rd, don't be carried away. I know you're excited because all of you, you know that you are A+ students, you're good ones. So just be very, very careful, extra careful not to make a mistake like that. Okay? Okay, so now, how are we going to actually develop that last point on her school holding a virtual National Day celebration this year? How are we going to elaborate on that point? Anyone? You can just read out your answer like what Kelly and Surinder did just now. What Kelly did, huh? No worries. Yumitra? Oh, all very quiet people. Yes, I see Chong microphone on. Maybe Chong wants to say something. Noor Azalina? Oh, so Yumitra left the meeting. Why Yumitra left? How about you, Pamela? Pam?
I'm still doing, ma'am.
Oh, okay,
Haven't
okay.
completed.
Sorry, Pam. Oh, wait, huh? Okay, if anyone ready, you can highlight your answer, your development. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Copy the phrases from the question, like. Okay, like I quote. Let's quote paragraph one. I hope you are coping well with your studies in lower six. Meaning, okay, Surinder, that the student just copies like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm, yeah, yeah, please. Yeah, what do you exactly mean by that? Maybe she's shy. Okay, let me respond. Okay, you copy exactly like that. For example, you do like this. Okay, but you have to add little bit lah. You cannot just say, I hope you are coping well. This is what Luli is telling. Luli is asking you, how are you? I hope you are coping well with your studies. So you said, yes, I'm coping well with my studies in lower six. Okay, that is almost 90% copying from the original, the whole sentence. Huh? You just add yes. Yes, I am coping well with my, you develop that stick words in there. If that is what the question just now, it means that way, right? That is actually fine. That is fine actually. Then you develop or you elaborate on what you copied from the question. In your development, there is the bombastic word. Okay, there is the good phrase that you use. And the development is actually interesting and nice to see. So you can still get very high marks for content if you do that. Okay, because sometimes it is quite dangerous for you to rephrase. It is quite dangerous for you to rephrase what is in the thing that you actually need to lift. You need to actually copy it there. Don't go and rephrase, because this happens to good students. I've seen many good ones. They rephrase. For example, the word coping, they put another word. But that word does not mean copying. It means something else. So you don't get the mark for the content, and elaboration also just okay. But content marks is missing. Instead of 20, you get 19. So once the mark goes to 19 for content marks and not 20, that is not perfection anymore. It is hard to get 30 over 30 for content. Probably it might go down to maybe 27 or 26 over 30. It's only for that paragraph. What about other sentences? If you also do the same, then from 26 will go down some more, maybe 22, then go down to 21, then go down to 19, and there you are. It's already no more that band 5, C4 level, but it goes down to B2. Okay? So whoever who asked that question, it's a very good question. I would advise you actually, if you want to lift, you can lift it like that, but add something before and after the sentence that you're lifting. Add something before that and make the sentence longer. Like just now, I hope you're coping well. You can see, wow, okay. I am actually very happy to tell you a good news. That is, I am doing very well with my studies in the science stream in lower 6 now. Okay. Sorry, you see, already another mistake. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you are coping well with your studies in the science stream in your school now, Luli. And I wish you all the best for your coming classes and for the upcoming SEM 2 examination, which is just around the corner. Like that, okay. You see how you develop? You copy the thing, coping well with your studies, but you put something before and something after. Because you know, she's your best friend, you know she's in science stream, and you know her exam is like in a SEM 2 trial exam is just around the corner. So you elaborate, you develop like that. That is very fine. And you, of course, will get some good impression for content marks. Have I answered the question, I hope? Okay, thank you, Peiwen. B. Peiwen is a very good and smart girl from Panan Mewah, and she has flown to SMK Taman Tasik. All the best to you, Peiwen. And please say hi to your brother.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
He's in UM now, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, B. Kok Hao, tell him teacher Afika said hi. Okay, I'm making an offer now to you all. Whoever your Muet teacher is, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get your scripts from Puan Rohana. Maybe Puan Rohana can pick you all. I'll mark 10, okay, 10 informal letter regarding this same question. You can send it to Puan Rohana and she will send it via WhatsApp web to me. I will mark and I will send it back to Puan Rohana. You can see and I'll comment and I'll give you the marks as well. Okay, for 10 of you all. 10 out of, I think, 40, because there's Mr. Pasu here, Puan Rohana and myself. So I think there's around 40 students here. Okay, Puan Rohana?
Okay, thank you very much, Tafika, for the
Most
answer.
welcome. Because I think some of them, they are shy to ask now. So maybe they can write and send it to you and I'll get it from you.
All right, good. Inshallah, inshallah.
Wow. Okay, so we do not have, I'm actually waiting for that elaboration for the virtual National Day celebration this year. Just now, Pamela, are you done with your response for that?
Haven't yet, ma'am.
Oh, okay, still in the oven. Okay, never mind. When you're ready, you can share with us, Pam? Okay, now let's go to elaboration for the second paragraph. The one that there is in the notes, good and because of what? Okay, just now, I wrote some Zihang. Is it Zihang? Wait, you can share with us your answer? Yeah, Zihang.
Still
Zihang.
on the way.
Oh, still on the way. Okay. If those are ready, you can share with us, or for whichever paragraph, doesn't matter. You can share. You can tell me, okay, teacher, I want to show us or tell you about elaboration for paragraph 4. Anything you can tell.
Teacher, you were still
Yes.
in question 2, right?
Question 2?
Oh, no, second paragraph, sorry.
Yes, Mr. Chan. We are still in second paragraph, but if you want to give a response for other paragraphs, that's also fine.
Oh, can I try for paragraph 2?
Yeah, sure, sure. You can read your reply slowly.
Okay, so what I write is that sounds promising. It feels like your school is elated to celebrate National Day virtually. Your school students must be amped up to participate the upcoming activities that your school is preparing. I think that's good because due to a lockdown, we lack opportunities to socialize. However, in charge of planning few online activities allow engagement between the planner committee members. Moreover, it sounds good. They open to all students to unleash their creativity to brighten up the school atmosphere.
Okay, that's very good, Chan. I hear quite a number of good words and some interesting phrases. Okay, you said you started by saying that sounds promising, right?
Yes.
I don't think I heard a month-long celebration. Did you mention that? Try to check on your
I
paper.
didn't.
Okay. So Chan, you have to be very careful. The month, a month long celebration that is a must, that is mandatory. That one must be in your sentence just now, and then you can incorporate that with that sounds very promising. Because when you said that sounds very promising, what sounds very promising? What is it that is very promising? So you actually fuse that very promising with a month long celebration. And then one more thing you said that however, in charge of planning a few online activities, it is not very clear that you are actually referring to your friend. She is in charge of planning a few online activities, because just now I didn't hear the subject. Who is it that is in charge of planning a few online activities? Okay, Chan. So very good effort, Chan. Could you please edit that a little bit more now? And when you're ready, you read it one more time. Okay, I'll comment.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, good effort shown by Mr. Chan. How about the rest of you? Guys, don't be shy because you are not showing anyone your face. I am showing you my face. Actually, I should be shy because you're all looking at me and I'm putting my hand on my head. I'm holding my face. Luckily, I'm not drinking anything. Then I'll be shy. Don't have to be shy. Okay, just read your answer like what Mr. Chan did. Because you want. Yes, sure. Our Mr. MC, I mean, sorry, our Mr. Technical person, a very important person for today. Sure, Surinder, please do try. Okay. All right, sorry. Right, continue. Okay, all right. Okay, very good. Development of ideas points there, Surinder. You started just now by commenting on the month-long celebration. Then you also said that you will have a perfect time, okay, planning the online activities. And then you also use your linker. You use furthermore. You also said moreover. Okay, good. Then you elaborated on open to all students because it is a great opportunity for all students, okay, to take part in the activities. Okay, that's great. That's great, Surinder. The low. Okay, now let's see, Surinder. What about some low frequency words there? Could you tell me what are the low frequency words or the interesting phrases that you use in what you've written? Yeah, the word opportunity, that's just a normal word. That is a high frequency word, right? We use every day. Try to, actually all of you, if you can, try to get a small notebook, that 555 notebook, and put in some, you can do some homework now, because if a letter comes out on the 23rd, you can do the homework for the opening of your letter and the closure. Try to put one low frequency word or a phrase, a nice phrase in the opening and a nice phrase in the closing. So that already will give you two. You already got two phrases or two bombastic words for the opening and the closing. All in formal letter, opening and closing you can prepare even now. You can do your homework now. Only thing, the body, we don't know what the question will be, whether activities, whether fun, whether patriotic, or what will the subject be, we don't know. But that one, never mind. So at least you got two, right? So now, Surinder, if you can, try to insert maybe one nice phrase in what you said just now. Yeah, sure. Then you come back, huh? Okay, just now, Mr. Chan, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
just added few words.
Okay, can we hear you again? Go slower, go slower.
That sounds promising. It feels like your school is elated to celebrate a month-long National Day virtually. Your school students must be amped up to participate the upcoming activities your school is preparing. That's good because due to the lockdown, we lack opportunities to socialize with others. However, you in charge of planning few online activities allow engagement between you and the planner committee members. Moreover, it sounds good. They open to all students to unleash their creativity to brighten up the school as atmosphere. That's it.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's much better, Mr. Chan. Congratulations. Very good. And I noted a two low frequency word, engagement and also unleash. Okay, unleash their creativity in them. Okay, that's very good. So keep it up, right, Mr. Chan? Keep it up. And I guess that paragraph you have done very well. If all the paragraphs it's done that way, with one or two low frequency words or one or two nice phrases, okay, then I think you're on your way towards getting a very high and excellent band. Amen. Amen. Amin. Okay. Good. Okay, we want more, Mr. Chance. We want more surrenders. The rest of you very quiet. Why? Why? What about Paywan? Paywan, don't you want to let me hear something from you?
Teacher, can I give you a try?
Sure, Mr. Ng. Sure. Yes.
So, dear Lilue, and then the paragraph starts with Hi Lilue. I'm glad that I received your letter, and I'm doing pretty well in Ampang here. As for my current studies, I received my overall results for my lower 6 examination, which is quite satisfying. Though I have to work harder than before to achieve my goal with flying colors. It's wonderful to know that your school is holding a 1-month virtual National Day celebration this year. Since we are currently fighting the spread of the COVID-19, we can't socialize and gather with friends and teachers. But the spirit of the patriotism does not fade away. Therefore, this is a very good opportunity for us to gather around virtually to take part with this 1-month National Day celebration virtually.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's all, Mr. Ng?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Very good efforts shown also. And I noted some nice phrases you used, okay, pretty well. Pretty well, actually, it's actually a normal phrase, but we seldom see that in students writing nowadays. So that's good that you included that in your response. And also you said that the spirit of patriotism, okay, you mentioned the word fade away. That's a very nice phrase. Okay, good. But and your elaboration and development for the content points is also good. But I've got one issue here, Mr. Ng, which I want to ask you. Just now you mentioned that you did pretty well in your Form 6 and you mentioned about the results. Is that your results or you are actually commenting on Luli's? Because now Luli is the one who is saying that Wait. Okay, sorry. She's asking you, right? I hope you are coping well with your studies in lower six. Okay, yes. Okay, good. You responded, right? You said that you mentioned about the results you got and so on and so forth. Okay, that's good. So very good, Mr. Ng. Keep it up as well. Okay, do the same for all other paragraphs, and I wish you good luck and all the best to achieving high band 5 or even band 5 plus plus from Muet on the 23rd. Amen.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, most welcome. Okay, Surinder, are you done with the insertion of maybe 2 or 1 low frequency word or phrases there just now? And not forgetting Pamela. Okay, Surin, not yet. Never mind.
Teacher, I'm done here.
Yes, Zihang. I almost forgot about you. Yes, could you please read your answer slowly so I can take notes? Yeah.
For the second paragraph, right?
Yes.
Nowadays, development of information and communication technology is visible, and it had become essential for our daily life. It's good for you because you are expert in handling those technology tasks. Moreover, I know you are good in organizing programs since primary school. There is always bulbs light up on your head to suggest mind-blowing content. I hope you can use your best effort to do your responsibilities and make the celebration become more successful.
Okay. Zihang, wait. Okay, you started by saying commenting on the development of IT nowadays. Okay, good. And I think you used the word essential, right? It's also a good word. And then you said, I see bulbs lighting up on your head. Okay, that's very good. And you used the phrase mind blowing. Okay, that's also good. Zihan, very good. Low frequency words and nice phrases that you use. Okay. I just want to counter check with you, Zihang, if you can look at your script there. Do you have the phrase a month-long celebration? If it's there, then it's fine. Probably it was a bit fast and I didn't catch that just now. And then you commented on you are in charge of planning a few online activities, and then you say there's bulbs hanging up in your head. That's fine. But you have to make sure that the phrase you are in charge of planning a few online activities, they are there. It should be there. Is it there, Zihang?
Forgot to write.
Okay, so must be careful. Okay, Zihang, you actually have done a very good work just now. A lot of nice words in your paragraph. But only thing you must not forget that a month-long celebration must be there, and that planning of few online activities by your friend. So you have to use the word you. You there must be put there. If not, I'm afraid that the content marks will be missing. Only development only there. So once if content marks missing, but development for content is there, so the marks will go lower than 30. It will go down maybe like 24, 25. Be careful,
Okay, teacher.
Okay, maybe Zihang, you could be one of the students who will be sending the scripts to Puan Rohana. So I can mark your script, then I can comment. So Puan Rohana will look for another 9.
Okay, teacher, no problem.
Right, okay. Okay, thank you, Zihan. Okay, now we have Dania Atira as a question, or Pamela?
Can I present now?
Yeah, sure, Pam. You're going to read it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's situation, as this pandemic is a barrier for many of us to do this program face to face. But even though we are able to plan an event through digital and open to all the students. Also, I personally know this is an advantage for you as you're really good event planner ever since the high school. And moreover, you're really good at engaging with lots of friends, which is good trait as an event planner.
Okay, that's all, Pamela?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Good. Some nice phrases I heard there just now. Even though face to face, it is a normal word nowadays that we hear, but to put that in your piece of writing, I guess it's good. Okay. And you also use the word digitally, and then you said the word event planner when she was in the schooling days is very good. and the word engaging and convenient that you used there just now. Okay, very good, Pamela. And I heard just now you mentioned all the content points are there. Month-long celebration there, in charge of planning a few online activities also there, and all students, they are there. So that's good. Okay, Pamela, keep it up. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay. How about there's one more name just now came up, or did I see it wrongly? I thought Dania, you wanted to ask something or you wanted to read your answer? Please do so. Okay, sorry, Paywen. Yeah, Paywen. Okay, Paywen, can highlight your answer now?
Okay, teacher.
Right.
I elaboration for the paragraph 2. Elaborate for paragraph 2. Okay.
Okay.
I think these ideas are very good and interesting because all the students can take part through online when they are free. Moreover, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, all the teacher and students cannot be celebrating together. So I think that online activities are a very good alternative and platform to show off students' patriotism. Furthermore, in charging the activities also can help you to develop a new technical skills and also can improve richer communication and cooperation.
Okay, Paywen, did you have this month-long celebration in your answer?
Oh no.
So Paywen, you insert that,
Need to mention it in my first sentence, is it?
First sentence of the second paragraph.
Okay.
If it's not in the first sentence also, it doesn't matter. Maybe it can be second or third sentence, but a month-long celebration, it has to be there. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
And also, Paywan, just now you mentioned something on, okay, you said that in charge of planning a few online, can you read that one? The one in charge of planning a few online activities, that sentence?
Okay.
Read it slowly, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Furthermore, in charging the activities also can help you to develop a new technical skills and also can improve richer communication and collaboration.
Okay, all right, good. When you said furthermore, in charge of planning a few online activities can help you, right? Can help you develop something skills. Okay, good. So you have got the second mark there for in charge of planning online activities, but just now for month-long celebration not there, you can insert now. And all students, you have the word all students there in your script, Paywan?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. So you've got all your 3 content points there. Elaboration also is done good, well. It's not too long and it's not that short. That is just nice. Okay, Paywan.
Teacher.
Keep it up, keep up your good effort.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Right. Okay, Surinder, how about your low frequency word or phrase just now? Okay. Oh, so, we have lost Surinder. Okay, all right, Surinder. The low frequency words you use, they are just okay, but some of them, they are not really low frequency words, but never mind, because what you actually read or written that just now, they are free from errors, okay? They are almost error free, no grammatical errors in what you said. So that's commendable, that's good. Okay, don't worry too much. Okay, because in the exam we got only 25 minutes. So if you can't think of any bombastic words, don't worry. I would rather you write a letter which is free from grammatical errors, spelling all correct. You develop and elaborate your ideas well, all content points there, but no bombastic words. It is fine. That means you will get high marks for content. Okay, let me give a scenario. Out of 30, maybe say you will get 27 or 26. Don't worry, which is okay. 27, 26 over 30, that's very good already. And then for language, grammatical errors don't have, all okay. You've got a mixture of simple and complex and compound sentences, but very few or no bombastic words. Don't feel sad, okay? Out of 30, even though without bombastic words, you can still get something like 26 or 25 over 30. So 25 for language plus 26 for content, that is actually 51, right? So 51 over 60, you divide it into 2, it becomes 25.5 over 30, which is 26 over 30 overall for task 1, and that is actually good. All right, so for those of you like Surinder and the rest of you, if on Saturday the 23rd you can't think of any bombastic words for the letter or for question 2 for the matter, please don't be sad. Just go on writing like what your teachers have taught you all this while. Make sure you elaborate well. Make sure like for question 2, right? I'm jumping now to question 2. Make sure you tell all the hows, all the whys for your main point and link that to the topic in the question. Even though without bombastic words, the way you link your ideas, you answer why, you answer how, can give you a very high mark for content as well. So don't worry, okay? So Surinder, just now it is good, it's okay. Okay, I'll just like to give you all some nice words lah, but actually these are not really low frequency words, but some nice words that you can use. You can use the word anchor person, woman. Since this is Luli, she's a girl. Anchor woman means a person in charge of something. Oh, I'm glad, I'm so elated to hear that my best friend, you are in charge, you are the anchor person, okay? In charge of planning and a few online activities for your school's National Day celebration for all students. Okay, that is a good word, anchor person, all right? And then you can use the word fantastic or awesome sometimes in your letter as well, depending on the context. All right? Okay, anyone else who want to highlight your answers? Right, now we are actually almost time, but we still got half an hour. I actually told Puan Rohana I'll give you like half an hour question and answer time. Yes, I see Mr. Ng. Yeah, Mr. Ng.
Last question for the letter. So I have a question regarding the letter. Like, is it necessary or to like add the bombastic words in every paragraph or just some of it?
Yeah, okay, very good question, Mr. Ng. Thank you for the question. That would apply to everyone, I think. Okay, it is actually not necessary to include at least one bombastic word in one paragraph. It's not necessary. It's just a sprinkling. You know, it's a sprinkling, right? When you go to Pizza Hut or KFC or McD's, when you order your porridge, you take the pepper and you sprinkle it on your porridge. Just a sprinkling. Just a few. Maybe in your whole letter, you got 4 bombastic words. That's very good enough. Okay? Not necessarily one paragraph must have 1 or one paragraph must have 2. Just a sprinkling. 4 or 5 should be okay. Not too many.
All right, get it.
Right.
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
welcome, Mr. Ng. Okay, would you like to discuss on question 2? We got half an hour, just a discussion. How would you approach this question? Huh? Let me share with you. I think you have seen the question. Do you have the question or not?
Yes.
Okay, then I will not share lah. You want me to share? No need lah. Surinder, can you read me the question? It's about sports. Wait. I think I share lah. There are something important to tell you all actually. Sorry, Surinder, for asking you to read and then suddenly change my mind. No need to read. You will say, this teacher, why teacher, you changing your mind so many times?
don't worry, Kak. He's being paid by the class teacher.
He's good lah.
The white teacher is like that, so I think they are all like this.
They are so used to kan.
Yeah, the crazy white teacher.
Okay, this is the question. This is a question that for Pandan Mewah, we gave this to our SEM 2 students who are going to sit for the Muet exam like you all on the 23rd. Okay, because the scope is so wide for Muet. It is not like pengajian am, it is not like other subjects, okay, where sometimes you can spot the question. For Muet and pengajian am, okay, pengajian am also I think it's very hard to spot because the scope is so wide. Okay, this is the question. You were watching the live broadcast of the Tokyo Olympics when you heard the commentator say this. To win, you need both physical as well as mental strength. You have to write your essay. Okay. Now, I've got some students, when they write this question to task 2, they actually took the rubrics from here and they put this in their, how do I highlight this? Okay, never mind. This part, I'm just using my cursor. They put this. I was watching the live broadcast of the Tokyo Olympics when I heard the commentators say, to win, you need both physical as well. You don't have to say that, okay, ladies and gentlemen? This part you don't have to include in your essay. I know that is a small issue, but if you're going for perfection, you're going to get, you want the highest band in CIFR or Muet, you will not do this. Okay, if you do this, maybe for the old Muet, you can get a band 4 lah, okay, if you do something like this where you include this. But going for perfection, a perfect student will not include this. This is not necessary at all. Okay, you start by putting this. To win, you need both physical as well as mental strength. Okay, I've got one question for you all. I agree. Okay, I agree. Yes, I absolutely agree with this statement. To win, a person needs both physical as well as mental strength. Okay, then I give my first main point. I say for a student to succeed in achieving excellent results in his pre-university examination, he needs to be strong physically and mentally. Have I gone out of topic? That's my question. Anyone can answer?
I think yes, madam.
Okay, all right. Wait, I'm stopping to present now. Okay, a good response. You think yes, I've gone out of topic. Why?
Because they're talking about the Olympic, the sports side. So it doesn't mean by student studies.
Okay, thank you, Rashwini, for that response. Okay, anyone else would want to respond?
I think no.
Okay, Mr. Zihang thinks no. Okay, why Zihang? Okay, let me just recapture. Rashwini said, yes, I've gone out of topic because the first part of the task, it mentioned about the commentator talking about the Tokyo Olympics. So that is why when a person writes about winning excellent, trying to get excellent results in school examination, that is actually not related to sports. That is why it is out of topic. Okay, Zihang, what about your justification? You say it is fine. Why is it fine?
Because the question asks us to express our view on the statement, to win, you need both physical as well as mental strength.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Zihang, for your justification. Okay. Anyone else would want to respond to that? Whether have I gone out of topic or not? Okay. No. All right. Okay. Rashwini, actually, that is fine. Right? But no worries, Rashwini. Like I told you all just now earlier on, it is through making mistakes that we become a better person. Okay? So you made a mistake here now, Rashwini, by saying that it is out of topic. So in the real examination, hopefully you will not make a same mistake. Okay? If another thing of this sort comes out. Okay. All right, Zihang, you're right. Because look at the statement. To win, a person must have mental as well as physical strength. The question, the statement does not state to win in what aspect, to win in which arena in our lives. If you write, a person wants a perfect and happy family life because for him that is success. The word success is in your answer because the person wants a great family life, because when he has a great family life, for him that is success. He has got peace of mind, he can focus on his work and so on and so forth. So that one also fine, because win there is being translated into the aspect of a marriage and family life. And as for just now, Zihang also commented on my example. I want to get a 4 flat results for my SCPM examination, and I want to get a band 5 plus for my Muet examination, because with that success I define I've actually won one of the biggest battles in my life academically. So that is very fine. Then you go on to say how or why you need mental strength and physical strength. What has mental and physical strength got to do with you getting your 4 flat? You go on to explain the hows and the whys. Huh? Okay, can you explain how to get that? For example, you say, in order for me to be strong mentally, I need to take supplements, I need to eat healthy food, I need to sleep at least 7 hours a day, and so on and so forth. Is that answering the question?
No.
Oh, this is interesting. We got yes and we got no now. Okay, can I hear why yes? Why yes? That is actually answering the question. Who said yes? Zihang or Surinder? Okay, Surinder, you said yes. It is okay to answer that way. Why? Okay. All right, Surinder, but then where is the link to winning? Win or success? Okay, all right, Surinder. After you mentioned the ways to increase our mental capacity, then you link to that. That means when the person is already stable or strong mentally, he would be able to win, because with a strong mental capacity, you need that to win in sports, okay, in your studies, etc. Right? Okay. What about Zihang? Thank you, Surinder. Zihang, can I hear from you? You said no.
Because didn't mention how physical and mental strength can help us to get success.
Okay, yes, actually, Zihang, you are right. Okay, Surinder and the rest of us here, normally in Muet questions, task 2, the students should be actually responding to how and why. Okay, like Surinder just now, he answered on what does it take? What does it take for a person to have mental strength? What is needed? You want to increase your mental power, what must you actually consume? Okay, you then talk about supplements, sleeping hours, exercising, blah blah blah. That one, okay, you can touch a little bit on that, but the bigger part of your paragraphs, you have to actually answer why a person needs to be strong mentally in order to fight the battle in his life. For example, like you people, you want to get 4 flat for STPM SEM 2 examination. Why must you be strong mentally? Because if you are not strong mentally, especially in this digital era, you can easily get influenced by your gadgets, okay, the online platforms. And so when you get carried away, the time for you to put into your studies is very much less. And that shows that a person is mentally not strong to be able to withstand, okay, the temptations of the digital world. So he might actually fail in his examination or get very low pointer for his SEM 2 STPM results. Okay, so you have to show the reader of your essay why you believe a person must be strong mentally and physically to succeed or to win in life. You all understand? Don't go out of topic. Okay, be very careful. Okay, huh? All right, do we have any questions for task 2 by the rest of you? Okay, what do you think would the question be on the 23rd? It's a very wide scope. Do you all have any insights? Anyone dream of any question? Task 2, huh? Okay, that day SEM 1, the question that came out. Yeah, Surinder, because I feel strongly too, it may be still about COVID because maybe COVID and IT. Yeah, this is something interesting. Because SEM 1, they asked also about COVID, but it is about face-to-face learning and online learning. Right, that is on academics. So probably the issue may still be about COVID and IT, about probably being a good citizen, we should actually adhere, okay, or follow the government's instructions in order to curb COVID. Okay, so in that case, how would you answer? Do you agree with that statement? Being a good citizen of this country, everyone should listen or take the government's advice and follow instructions. Do you agree with this statement? That means if you don't follow instructions by the government, you are not really a good citizen. I hope we don't have any anti-vaccines here. Okay, so how would you answer that? Are you going to say all the examples, the SOPs, the social distancing, the what you call it? What is that term? The sanitization of places, or are you going to actually tell why? Why, when you follow instructions, you are considered a good citizen? That is a good topic if you all can try to write, because we don't know what's going to come out, but I have a strong feeling that the issue will still probably be on COVID-19. But also COVID-19, the issue is so wide. The spectrum is so wide. Okay, maybe you all can discuss with your Muet teachers or among yourselves, like a session whereby you brainstorm. Okay, but you remember, your answers must be more on the why and the how. Anyone would like to comment? Or anything you would like to share?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes. Zihang? Is that Zihang? Yeah.
Yes. In the essay, need to write 3 points, right?
Yes, 3 main points. Only that question, Zihang?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Good question actually, because I've got students writing that day in my SEM 2 percubaan, they wrote 5 content points. 5 content points plus introduction 6 paragraphs plus conclusion 7 paragraphs. So when they did that, 3 of their content points were just touch and go. So when we produce a main point and our elaboration is just touch and go for task 2, that is not a satisfactory piece of work. In order to produce a satisfactory, good and excellent piece of work, you must give your thesis statement or your main point. After that, explain the main point, what do you mean by that, give a little scenario on our current situation nowadays, whether in Malaysia or worldwide, it doesn't matter, because normally the question will not be focusing only localized. It is normally a very open question which is global, okay? And then give examples, guys. From your examples, you're actually answering the why and the how from the examples. So if you write more than three main points, it is very hard for you to focus on each main point thoroughly. Okay, thoroughly means really giving examples, giving justifications. Okay, you're arguing your point because you got 5 main points to think about. So that will make you less efficient. And when a person is less efficient, your marks for content would go quite low. It is hard to reach into the band 5 plus, leave alone band 4 or B2 for Muet C4 level. Okay. So just maintain like what your teachers have taught you. Maintain 3 main points, but make sure your elaboration is compact and concise with some very good examples. Okay, and intro and conclusion. 5 altogether. Any more questions that you want to share? You want to ask and share your views? Yes, Peiwen?
Teacher, I want to ask, like the question, right, is asking about our viewpoint, right? So we need to, first of all, we need to say that we are agree, disagree, or neutral stand, right?
Yeah, that's your stand in paragraph 1, yes?
So that one is for argumentative essay, right?
Yes.
So about the discursive or the problem solution essay, is it need to say that our viewpoint?
Okay, thank you, Pei. That's a very good question. Because in the Muet booklet, okay, by MPM that your teachers have actually explained to you all when the new syllabus came out, there are 3 genres for task 2, like what Peiwen mentioned, discursive, problem solving, and also argumentative. Okay, all this while for the old syllabus, the question was centered on argumentative, almost 100%. We did not have discursive and we did not have problem solution. For argumentative, yes, it is very, very important that the student makes a stand in the first paragraph, whether you agree, whether you disagree, or you take the neutral stand. But for a discursive, which is the base word is discuss, when you are discussing about something, it is not necessary that you make a stand. Okay, you can discuss from any angle. Your discussion can be positive, negative. That means you can, in one paragraph, it can be all agreeing on the topic, and your second paragraph can be disagreeing, and your third paragraph you can go back to agreeing, and you don't have to say in the introduction that you take the middle stand. It is not necessary. Okay, and the same goes for problem solution. But the problem, a problem, you have to give a solution to that. Okay, for example, maybe say one problem on strength. How would a question be? Can anyone come up with a problem solution question? Let's see. What's the solution to that problem? Anyone?
What about students being absent from the online class?
Okay, students be absent from the online classes. Now, all right. Yes, Farana?
Yes, yes. So I
Yes,
think
the
that will
question,
be
right?
that can be a very current and straight to the point question.
Yes, because very relevant to today's situation, right? Okay, students. Okay, I think Farana is mic. Okay, thank you, Farana. It's okay. All right. Students being absent. Farana?
Yes.
Okay. Students being absent from online classes is a problem. Okay, so for that question, you can actually talk about why they are being absent nowadays, why it is a problem. It's like cancer actually. I think almost every school, they face this problem, right? Whereby then you give a little scenario. What do you mean by absent? They turn on their laptop gadgets, they turn on their cameras, they enable their somewhere doing something else, maybe doing some food panda delivery, or they are probably catching up on a movie they missed the previous night, and so on and so forth. So that is the situation and that is the problem. You write a little bit on the problem, okay, then after that, how is that problem going to be solved? Your opinion. Then you write, in my opinion, I think this problem needs to be given serious attention by all parties involved in a student's life, their parents, their teachers at school, and also the parent-teacher should do something. Into three, maybe parents helping to solve graph. One more paragraph, how could teachers and administrators at school help to solve the problem? And also maybe one more paragraph on how the PTA can help. Or if you don't want to write on how the PTA can help, you can write about the students' inner conscience, the students themselves, okay, whether they have that thing in them to want to succeed in life. If they want to succeed in life, they have to succeed academically. And in order to succeed academically in this digital and in this very testing period, the student have to be disciplined and attend all online classes. Okay, you give your solution to that problem without taking a stand. Have I actually answered Rohana on that question? That is very relevant.
Yes, very relevant, straight to the point. Very close to the heart.
Who knows, right? Maybe Rohana's question might come out later. You don't know.
Finger crossed. Finger crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah. Okay, anyone else has anything to say? Us? You can even share something that you want to share with your friends with us here.
So there are more points to write, right? If I choose the neutral, is it?
You mean for argumentative?
Yes, teacher.
For argumentative, if you take the neutral stand, yeah, you have to write on a disagreement and also on agreement stand in the paragraphs. But what do you mean, Pewan, by you having more points to write? Because you're going to write 3 points.
Because I can write the agreement and disagreement, right? If I choose just the agreement, so I just only can write the point, which is I agree only.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. Pewan. Yeah. It's a very good question actually. It actually depends on the topic. It really depends on the topic. Some topics it's very hard for you to think otherwise. You only can think about, you disagree, 3 main points, but it is hard for you to think on why you agree. Okay, can we come up with a topic whereby it is actually maybe we have got 2 disagree, 1 agree. Any topics that 2 disagreement, 1 agreement? You remember it, Pewan?
Not sorry.
Oh, okay. Right. Let's come together. I'm trying to figure out a topic. Okay, being a protester. You know, as a protester, right? Someone who likes to go against people.
Yes.
Like okay, you like to protest. When your teacher says, this is black, you say, no, teacher, I don't think so. I think it is grey. It is not totally black, teacher. Right? Okay, example. Being a protester will lead a student into achieving excellence. Okay, that is something which is not always true. So, if you can write 2 topics on disagreement, because when you protest almost everything just for the sake of protesting, so that is not good. But in certain cases, it is good for you to protest. Okay, for example, can you give me one example, one aspect of something when a person tells you and you protest and that is actually good? Because no one else wants to protest. So luckily you protested. If you did not protest, everyone would follow and everyone would actually suffer the consequences.
Is it give an example?
Yeah, give an example
Examples, okay.
that you agree. You agree.
Our rights to vote.
Okay, rights to vote. That means you agree. Everyone has the right to vote at age
Of
18. Has the right to vote at 18 years old. Yeah? Yes, disagree because there is no use protesting. If you protest, what do you want? You want a later age, maybe 21? It cannot be a younger age. Okay, lesser than 18, it is quite illogical for students 16, 17 to vote. So that is a good example, actually, an analogy. So you agree. You do not protest there. In that aspect, it is good to agree. Okay? So you see, Paywan, it really depends on the topic. It really depends on the topic sometimes. But I agree with you actually, Paywan, when you say that when you take the middle stand, you have got more to write because you can write on the positive and the negative. It is actually true. So it depends. But you have to put your, how would you actually mention your 3 main points if you are taking the middle stand, Paywan, or any one of you? You can use on the one hand and on the other hand. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is that you have to use that way. It is better. Okay. On the one hand, vaccination is good because it gives us blah, tooth and tooth. But on the other hand, its setback is it may cause death. Okay, so you see, the sentence is going to be long. So that is your thesis statement. On the one hand, on the other hand. So I guess you're all very well equipped for the exam already. Okay, 23rd, right, Puan Rohana? In the hands of Puan Rohana, Puan Sally, Puan Wan Juliana, and also Mr. Pasupati. I think all of you will do very well for your upcoming exam.
InsyaAllah. Amin, amin. Sorry Kak, we are in school right now. Sorry, we are in school now. Doing gotong royong.
You're cleaning up your class, Anna? You have a class?
Yes. We have cleaned the class, the building, the form 6 building, and then redo the signing, whatever, the landmark, whatever, everything.
Yeah, I have to go to school also after this, and I have to put my students' names on the tables. I did not do it yesterday, the tagging.
So sorry Kak, so sorry for that.
Never mind, Anna. So I guess are there questions from the rest of you? If there is no question, we shall end the seminar. Okay, Puan Rohana?
All right, sure. Anyone else having any questions?
Yeah. So Puan Rohana, I will wait for you to send 10 letters. Right,
You like 10 per teacher or like 10 all together?
10 all.
All right, so can I send it in Google Form?
Google
Or you want it to be like handwrittenly?
Do it. You can me via Telegram also. I'll print it will be actually nearby. In fact, if they want to send, they also can. You can drop at the guard house. I went like Panan Mewah guard house. Anything as long as I find it easy to write.
Right. So I will inform the 10 students to get their answers ready.
Okay. Then I'll mark and return to you as soon as possible because the exam is just around the corner.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay, so Puan Rohana and lovely students, this is all day? But if you've got any more questions, you can actually ask the okay? All right. So thank you, everyone, and I wish you all the best for your exam on the 23rd, and also for your speaking after that. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, all right. There was okay, Tishan. Kak, hold
Thank
on, Kak, wait for a while.
Okay.
Thank you very much for an interesting talk, Madam Nur Afika. Before we end our seminar, let us take some photos too. Can you all turn your cameras so that we can snap some memories with Madam Nur Afika? Everyone, can you please turn on your camera so that we can have a
Yes.
photo?
Yes, our photo shoot session just for a while. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. We're going to meet soon, don't worry.
Monday.
They're too shy. I'm checking whether you still have everything. Okay, teacher?
Okay. Okay, teacher. Okay, once again, thank you, Madam Nur Afika, for your time and effort to attend this seminar and share some useful techniques with us. And I also thank everyone who attended the seminar for today. Your cooperation and participation means a lot to us. I hope you enjoyed the program. That's all from me for now. Till we meet again. Signing off as your host, Tishan.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kishan, and also Surinder, Puan Rohana, and everyone. Okay.
Thank you,
Bye.
Return. Take care.
Thank you, teacher. Thanks for sharing.